dangerous for B4 in this one. And I kind of just want to set the expectation there because I was pleasantly surprised from what we got out of MIBR on Inferno. Obviously, it's a map that they pick and they have picked every single series, all Impact season long. But for me, if they can show that much of a result, that much resolve as well, because they were fighting back into rounds that were really hard fought and put into difficult, uncomfortable situations by B4. So on the CT side, I don't know, I think you got a little bit of an advantage here.
Well, for B4, they are one map away from securing a spot at the ESL Impact Season 3 finals at Dallas. They are looking to go very fast down Secret. What has khizha spotted? She definitely saw yungher. Did she spot the rest? Because they are down there so quickly. And yeah, I don't think she has the info because no one's responded quite yet.
Yeah, this is immediate. Has Julie been spotted here in towards lobby? Oh, I don't think so. Everyone from MIBR rotating in towards ramp. Goddess is up close and she's going to need to be cleared, but distraction being put in place by Nani allows Goddess to activate. But suddenly, all the kills come in a matter of moments. khizha leading from the front, finds two of her own, and yungher now waits for Julie's activation on the flank.
There's a kit in play, and it's onto the bomb already. Julie activates, yungher finds one kill, and now she has to find two more. That bomb, though, it is ticking on down. Time, such an issue here. Both these players are low. They don't want to force the fights, but yungher is taking it to them and doing it in style. A 1 versus 2 to get B4 the pistol.
And that's a really cool position for the bomb plant as well. It's a small micro detail, but where it was far to the left, it means that you can't just hide behind cover. Every time that yungher swings, she gets information, and whilst it wasn't overwhelmed, attempt of a retake coming in for MIBR, yungher keeps her composure. She's able to lock in the round for B4.
Yeah, I think also just the fact they're able to get that control so easily early allowed them to go for that plant, right? Because it's a little bit more exposed. They had all of B to work with. MIBR opting to force into this one. So they've got the Deagles out, an MP9 and the Scout as well. Outside smokes deployed by the Tears is going to let Goddess start to work the yard. She has gotten herself all the way over to Secret, but China has been sent out to deal with her if she wants to push any further. Before looking like they're interested in a little bit of a split over that side of the map. ferzy get a spot out. A lot of players. What a flick from ferzy. Absolutely insane. And the rotation comes on over, which means they cannot continue to commit this way.
Really well-timed smoke as well. khizha can just play close to it with the MP9. Can she find anything with this Deagle? Poppins lying in wait. And that's because Goddess has got an advanced position outside. If she wraps heaven here, she's in the prime position, but it all hinges on her timing because she could be spotted out by China, who's currently climbing the secret stairs, as she will find Goddess.
Yeah, now Roshan trying to get activated, gets one. A lot of damage done on Nani, but she has found 2 kills and might even get another. Actually can drop down the vents. That's a great call. Able to find that gap, and yungher's now hanging around top site. She can be that closer if needed. Nani gets the bomb down. She's in a bit of a tight spot here with such little HP. One tag from the Scout will do it, and well, it's a bit of overkill, but it does get it done. yungher again in a 1v2 clutch with the bomb planted for her, but it's a good position to be in. China is incredibly low and easily dealt with. Eugenia with the Scout, not in a good position. The tag comes in, but it had to be the headshot. So yungher with the 3K gets a second on the board for B4.
I think Eugenia even spotted her crossing over towards Decon, and MIBR, they definitely could have grouped there. They could have swung together to try and eliminate yungher, but it's another opportunity. That is a devastating shot that really starts to make you believe in this force investment.
You know what? If yungher gets tagged here, one deagle bullet from China, then Eugenia's shot does the damage. Not the world we live in, though. The world we live in is Goddess getting a double outside. Julie's in the back lines as well, but might not be needed. Okay, she will be needed. Goddess, Julie, you're needed. Maybe not. They're going to let that AK get collected. Julie decides not to push through that smoke. Doesn't want to give up another kill, because that's when maybe it gets a little scary.
Yeah, big fight. Shadow spotted. Julie, can she lock in the kill? No. khizha finds her. And maybe there's a conversation piece for going for this, but no, instead, look at the positioning already.
Roshan's already well out of there.
Yeah.
It should be closer. Maybe they consider it, but I mean, that's a great amount of damage done just for USPs, right? They just went for a brawl outside and they managed to take down 3 players.
Yeah, and considering that the previous rounds have been 1 versus 2s, coming in favor of B4, that economy is still not really established. So 3 kills is a monumental difference. And it means that MIBR are potentially just 1 round here from resetting economy.
Yeah, thankfully not an issue into this round because they do have plenty to drop on over, but does keep them honest. And there's that AWP coming out for Eugenia 2K, so she's had just enough money to invest that one in. Talked about her in the pre-map as being a key element here for MIBR on this CT side. I'm very curious to see where she starts with the AWP. Looks like it is going to be over towards ramp with that one, and she's getting aggressive. Has the rifler by her side. Between the two of them, they start to take a lot of space here. I really like this. The first rifle round, a bit of aggression, not always expected.
Yeah, Julie's holding for a hut push. Hasn't given all that responsibility, but they might just sneak by. Great nade thrown in. It's just a little bit of a precaution. Damage hasn't been done, but it still delays the push. And Julie, can she find anything from her positioning right now? Because B4 have made it all the way down secret. Reshigan has rotated down here in towards the vents, and
that push through through ramp has given so much information. They know that this hit's coming towards B. This is the only bit of maybe craziness in the mix is that push towards heaven. I think with Nani's position, they decided to back one up, but China came all the way down from behind. Goddess gets the refrag, but Nani walks in with the tap. And now this heavy rotate towards B becomes an issue for MIBR.
At least they can double push out towards the secret stairs. And Yadinia can come through lobby and they can potentially crunch this. Oh, that smoke. That really hurts the idea of a retake. You've got to wait for that one to fade. And by then, B4 can kind of eliminate all the other angles and just focus all their efforts over towards main.
Eugenia's going to peek on through. She's not fighting anything yet. She was the only one that really had an opportunity to, and they're not facing. So she's actually committing to this, swinging on through, but her teammates are falling, gets one, but the trade is immediate. So they decide to take a look in there and it ends up costing them everything. But you got to say, that's a fantastic T round from B4. They have no space at all, given that they conceded all of lobby control. They get down secret. Look like they're going for that B hit, and MIBR feel like they've read them like a book. They've found out that no one's in lobby. They know it has to be this outside the secret, so they rotate 3 players down there to deal with it. But B4 has that extra element. Nani going towards the heaven wrap sets them up for success, and they just come on back up.
Oh, nice run boost from yungher. Jay, you're right. That's even with China finding 2 kills and dropping the bomb by secret. But just that sells the position even further for Nani because she's so overlooked because MIBR technically had the outside control. Tech9's out. yungher does get one. Poppins is also doubled up. So this looks to be a much cleaner round for B4, which is something they desperately needed. Despite being 4-0, it has been quite close.
Yeah, B4 will be very happy if they get away with no casualties here. Genia not going to be given anything there. That smoke going down. So this is the kind of scary narrative we put together at the start of this series with regards to MIBR, and that B4 are pretty damn good at this map, and they're showing it here already with this 5-0 start.
Yeah, and what is terrifying about that is you look towards an acceptable number of rounds on the T side, typically being 6. The fact that we are on round number 6 and B4 have got all of them is very dangerous for MIBR. I mean, it comes down to fine margins in a lot of these rounds, and you can kind of argue that some of these rounds should have been converted by the CT side. I don't think the scoreline is a true reflection on the performance that MIBR have brought to the table.
Well, let's see if they can make that scoreline a little bit more respectable. Again, have the AWP out, have everything they need. The moment Eugenia is holding deep from just outside hell behind that stairway. She's going to be holding on through for the cross. The rest of the team puts a bit of pressure on A. It's a hit coming on through. The flashbangs are good. Khizha is forced on out into the open. Nani deals with her, but there is some damage being done here. China and Rajay finding one. Eugenia in on the heaven gets another. Yungher's holding for this flank, but falls off as that push starts to come. ferzy just going to be holding at the moment. They have the player advantage, so they don't need to give up a fight yet.
That's the key moment. MIBR needs to kind of activate all of these pieces together at once. Everyone needs to move in tandem. ferzy in such a perfect position here, and if contact is kind of being taken, no, never mind. Just picks the moment perfectly. Julie, though, oh, with two. Suddenly it's a 1 versus 1. China on the other side of the silo. It's a dance around the bomb site, and it's one that Julie's going to win. 4 kills in the round. It keeps B4 flawless.
What a clutch from Julie. That spam onto ferzy is already fantastic. That burst fire, the last bullet connecting on the head, ready for them to push out. She even swaps to a second AK. It has 3 bullets in it. She swaps out guns here, and I think she ends up worse from it. The 3 is all she needs.
And 3 kills is what she collects. That is phenomenal. You talk about the angle manipulation out of Julie. Well, I guess we'll come back to it in a second because the Mag 7 is struck for 1. MP9 on top part has also chimed in, and China from lobby has dealt with yungher. The pistols are going absolutely nuclear, and suddenly Goddess is in a 1 versus 3.
This one's gotten a little dicey. The pace into pistols, the shotgun and MP9 doing work, and there's the Deagle striking again. MIBR get there first in the most unlikely of fashions, but they'll be happy to take it.
This is nice as well. At least small micro things. We talk about timeouts a lot in Counter-Strike and the timing of when to use them. 1 round has not gone the way that B4 had anticipated. So rather than trying to build up momentum for MIBR, they just try and deal with it immediately. You take 30 seconds, you have this little bit of a breather. Hey guys, look, that didn't go as planned. Let's make sure we're all on the same page for this round. Let's make sure that this isn't an opening of the door, because MIBR are going to try and kick it down.
MIBR very happy with that. It's very healthy now. You get yourself a free AWP, a couple of free rifles. Start to get this CT side rolling. Oh, Julie's getting blocked by poppins. Very rude. Look at this setup over towards ramp. They are going to get aggressive again. Eugenia pushing on forward. Julie is sitting on the other side, swings on out, but the AWP shot misses. Rifle gets up a bit closer, but those footsteps might have been heard. Julie's just holding to see if a push comes in further. Smoke going to be dropped by Eugenia, though. That's to bait in ferzy. Tucked on into the corner, and she holds strong for the kill.
And poppins have been brought down low from other skirmishes elsewhere. B4 now looking to line up these outside smokes. China, vision obscured. Eugenia, though, in the perfect position. Whilst it isn't the kill conversion, it's still information. And that's going to be the accelerator. B4 about to run down in towards Secret. But where's your rotations if you're MIBR? Well, you've got Regiane dropped down the vents. You've got ferzy in towards ramp. It looks pretty good with China in the back lines.
Yeah, everyone is here. Regiane gets up actually behind the silo. Such a difficult position to deal with. Really, the best play for B4 is to go up the vent, but they don't know that. China in the back lines has found poppins. Bit of trigger discipline, but does commit to the kill as poppins comes around the corner. Goddess with the trade. Split up at the moment. ferzy walks on through. The perfect angle to collect both. And yungher, that's a really nice shot, but it's all she's allowed to find. MIBR now get their second.
And it's consecutive. It's exactly what they needed, and that comes off the back of information gathering from Yedinia's AWP, because it sets MIBR up in the perfect position on towards B. Players elevated on towards the silo. You've got players taking first contact in towards ramp. It's so difficult to try and break down if you're B4, because you're coming through such narrow choke points, even though there are multiple of them. Too many forces to contend with, and there's that economy slowly coming into effect. B4 drop a layer of napalm all over A, but ferzy under the most pressure in towards ramp. China steps in for not one, but two.
Yeah, yungher collected as she falls on through. A nice headshot. ferzy. Oh, okay, never mind. She didn't get that transfer. I kind of would have believed it, given what we've seen from her and from a lot of the players in the server today, but well handled against the pistols. They get absolutely nothing done. So ideal scenario for MIBR there. They keep it clean, keep that money building up, and B4, no bomb plant, does keep them a little weaker.
Yeah, and B4 have got to really play the objective towards the closing stage of this first half, because otherwise you kind of get into that pendulum effect of Tech 9s and then AKs round in, round out. Slower start here in round number 10. Outside control looking to be gathered by 4 representatives of that T side. And Julie's even going to go up to the top to play things a little bit safer to avoid the lobby push, which is something that MIBR have been implementing.
China smoked on off, but a bit of counter utility comes on through from Yedinia. Although, to be fair, that Molotov very easily ignored. Goddess walked on through. Battle between her and China will continue, and works out for Goddess. That precision on the angle is beautiful. Yedinia now has to be so focused on this fight. Goddess is playing this perfectly, just patient. She's found her kill, doesn't need to do anything now, just direct the rest of her pieces into the correct places.
I don't mind this out of ferzy. The fact that she has got complete rule of B under lock and key means that khizha can just stay rooted across fire being established between her and CT vent. And this NDO drops at the perfect time, although Regiane is completely isolated. And that's where khizha needs to come up big, even finds the second kill. Maybe that's still opportunity for MIBR to go for this retake, because Goddess has been found out towards garage.
Yeah, getting activated a little bit early there. ferzy able to find that one. Yedinia can throw out some flashes. ferzy can start to make her way in, clearing under so that Goddess doesn't have to worry about this. Oh, sorry, Yedinia doesn't have to worry about this angle. Poppins does come out at the right time, though, and Yedinia now, known, AWP in hand, drops on down, committed to this retake. They've heard her, they see her, but she sees them first. Poppins behind the smoke, able to dance around and collect the kill, so B4 do bite back.
That's scary, though. Yedinia is dancing all around those smokes, all in the back lines of the bomb site, and you start to believe when she finds this snappy kill. Speaking of snappy, I mean, it's every single kill in this round is so crisp and clean. I don't know how khizha finds Nani there, but
she always seems to be able to find that extra kill that you're not expecting. I think the cool part about that from B4 is it's a contact play, right? But it's not just out of heart. They actually walk out, and that very defensive position from Regiane means that she doesn't spot Nani until it's too late. And well, speaking of a bit of contact, it's pace from Julie. She manages to run all the way through and gets her way down to B. Oh, okay. China's found a double kill, though, outside. So that's kind of put this into a bit of jeopardy for the T side, despite that good position. And, well, while Nani finds ferzy, there's a player on top of T roof you have to be worried about. So MIBR in all the good positions here. Julie can't really get too much done.
I think she, spotted the legs of khizha. She was climbing up the ladder. Nani communicates that perfectly with Poppins, and Poppins is seemingly aware. Yedinia, though, could drop the bomb on this rotation path.
Yeah, they're going to wait for Nani to maybe find something, and Nani's rewarded. China is being loud about that rotate. Nani working around and finding all the critical frags, but still has to get past this test onto the site. The timing almost works out for her, but Yedinia, she decides that's when she wants to swing. Drops the bomb. Julie now finally comes up the vent and does get a critical kill. Yedinia 2K Has to do just that in the 1 versus 2. A well-timed incendiary is going to separate them. She gets the first and a fast flick for the second.
Yeah, really well done there from Yedinia. But you have to give credit, and you've got to praise the B4 mid-round in there. And the fact that they're communicating everything so precise. You can see what they're trying to achieve. But Yedinia, it's the raw aim that keeps MIBR afloat, an essential 4th round for them. I still think they need the rest. I still think this half needs to end in their favor. It's a big ask. 8 rounds to 7, denying B4 at every single opportunity. But if they do that, they lay down the groundwork. It's a solid foundation for them to build off.
It's crazy how tight it is between these two teams, despite the lead for B4. I mean, look at the kill distribution. The lowest frag on the server is 7 kills. The highest is 10. Literally everyone is between 3 kills. That's just how tightly competitive it is between these two teams at the moment. And considering the stakes at hand here, the LAN finals off the back of this best of 3, it's no wonder everyone is stepping up.
Yeah, it's really awesome to see such a competitive series. And this one should always be an MIBR 5th, and, well, it is.
Ooh.
Blue and orange in the kill feed. Nani and yungher, though, make sure it's a little bit more expensive. Now rifles can be recovered, and one of them's an AWP, and that is in yungher's hands. They line up. ferzy finds one, and now yungher gets put down by Regiane. Okay, it's fine. Crisis averted.
Yeah, AWP even getting collected at the end, so it gets a little scary when yungher's picked up the AWP, and you're like, okay, maybe there's a chance to get something done here, but she doesn't get given the space to do it. So 5 now on the board for MIBR, getting closer to tying things up with B4. Here's the map pick of the B4 squad. They win this, they will not only qualify for Dallas, but they'll have done it without dropping a single map, which I think is a very impressive feat.
That would be a statement coming into the studio final. Yedinia. Jump spotting for info, but B4 have already crossed China. This position is everything, but Goddess just offsets the crosshair. And that allows Poppins to trade. Julie now trying to be silent, trying to crawl up towards the silo. And what's really cool about this B4 side is every single time they take secret, they just pump the brakes. They're waiting for the rotations to be so overcommitted that they can just rotate to A, and it's pretty much free. But I like this out of MIBR. It's such a common trend. You see lobby controlled established once outside has been lost. But Julie in the back line, she can really be the difference maker here with her advanced positioning upstairs towards main.
Yeah, she's actually started to walk all the way around. And I think with the time that B4 have, they're just going to show a bit of presence here. I think if you even break this, yeah, this is the right play, right? Because that's definitely going to keep MIBR interested, and you still have the option to go back up. Unsure if they will at this stage, but I think it's the right call. They're just waiting on Julie to get the space. MIBR know it's a possibility, though, and they've actually gone for a bit of a sit-in towards lobby. 2 players here. Not going up the vent, though. They're going to go outside through main. Should still be safe, but there is the concern this player is able to get both here. The bomb does cross safely. No damage done, but there comes the kill. yungher not able to get the trade, and maybe now an opportunity, but no, Regiane strikes with 2. That's all on to Nani and Julie in the post plant.
Yeah, but look at Julie's position. Up on the rafters, she finds 2. Makes it so much easier for Nani to try and isolate these kills. Yedinia can't click the trigger fast enough. And Nani and B4 secure a 2 versus 4 to get their 8th round on the board. That's the half one.
Yeah, that press line positioning was so strong. As you mentioned, Julie up on high there. You're just never expecting that position on the in a T side post plant, right? Like that's normally a CT position. Very rare you're able to get a T player there in a round, but Julie never had to drop because they came on through main, tucked on in, and it sets up Nani to be able to swing out and clutch out the round. So beautifully handled to get the 8th. And honestly, 9 looking very likely. There's not too much here for MIBR, and Goddess can maybe collect a bit of cash money with the Mac 10.
It was so important as well for Nani to swing on that contact from Julie, because if she just tucks herself in towards the bomb site, that's where the potential is to split. But she makes sure that's never a possibility. Goddess, if she can find some money here, I mean, it's fantastic, but at the same time, it doesn't matter too much because we are entering into the penultimate round of this first half. But 2 kills in the MAC-10, that still feels pretty good. I think you even saw one drop down the vent, so Goddess has got to be so aware of this. khizha gets denied, needs to refresh a new magazine, and Gdynia will do exactly that. However, a 1 versus 4 feels a little bit out of reach.
I think half the youngest kills have been with the Tech 9 in this half.
I think so.
Old pocket op, I guess. I think no one's ever called it that. But hey, she makes it look good. That 9th is picked up. The final round of the half, B4 in a position to get double digits, which would feel like enough to close it handedly. But you've seen the MIBR can keep things competitive, particularly with their strengths on pistol rounds. So it's still certainly a story for them here. Fight outside comes out ahead for MIBR. The flashbang sets up China to find that first, even getting herself an AK. And she's continuing to push the issue. So much space being given to her, and she's getting a lot of information. Gdynia now knows the hit's coming on through, dodges that flash just about, able to come back through to find the kill. Can't quite connect the second, but it's all distraction. ferzy set up for success. Now they're pinned on through here, and almost the flick comes through from Gdynia. Decides to fall back to a more passive angle with this 2-player advantage. Why wouldn't you?
I think damage has been done, though. Look at this double push coming in. Yeah, khizha will deny the first. Julie, that is a good attempt at the spray, but MIBR will at least secure 6 rounds on their CT side.
7 rounds is all that separates B4 from the LAN finals of ESL Impact Season 3. MIBR, with their backs against the wall, have to come up good here if they want to force that third.
Let's see it then. A lot of utility on khizha and Yedinia. Looks to be more of a contact play outside. yungher potentially caught off guard. And immediate rotations from B4 straight down the vent, trying to cut off MIBR at secret.
That's that second smoke. They decided not to use it, so I don't know. Okay. Does that make the first smoke even work with these things? Who can say? They still managed to get on down, and all of the information is here for B4. So they bring down bodies to deal with it. Nani gonna split out a few, but no kills coming through yet. But Julie makes sure to add her name to the feed with a massive double. Bomb given to her, and Nani is in the site, keeping it clean. It's taken down eventually. Has to be Regia now, and it has to be the ace clutch. She's found 2 already. 3 more needed.
P250, it's just a 1-tap to the head. Much like the USP, so at least it's an even playing field when it comes to weaponry, but numbers certainly favoring B4. Bomb dropped in the middle of control. Jihan looks to sneak on forward, but gets caught off guard on a swivel. yungher removed, and now Poppins and Julie can swing together. Oh, it's so close for Poppins. In fact, it's Julie bails out B4. What a really nice attempt from Regiane.
Yeah, and you can see Julie laughing to herself there. I think that's laugh and a bit of shock, a bit of relief, because that was an absolutely insane clutch attempt. I think that's, yeah, basically a 1v4. And she pulls off the first 3. This kill here is beautiful on the jiggle, but Julie goes to the wide swing, which I absolutely love in that final moment, and just about gets it.
Just a few.
Whew.
Sigh of relief, however, the pressure not yet off as MIBR force buy in, knowing that it came down to yet another 1 versus 1. Couple of Galils. Yedinia brought down low, but she's on the scouts. That doesn't matter too much. And yet again, yungher already looking to cause a little bit of chaos out in towards secret. Julie, this time, however, I was going to say has been overwhelmed, or she has positionally, but still not yet dead. Now she will be. khizha will eliminate her.
Did a good job of surviving that long, I'll be honest with you, because, well, okay, China goes down, and all this ground might be for nothing, but a good kill with the Tech-9 keeps things in contention. The issue is the bomb is actually nowhere nearby, but maybe they don't need it. Maybe they can just take everyone down. yungher does at least keep it into the 1v1. ferzy knows her position, so can afford to run on through here. Plant that bomb. There's a smoke out here in the open that she can pick up. She spotted it as well. Repositioning. yungher has that M4, no kit, making a lot of noise on her approach. So ferzy has the full read on the situation. yungher on the drop, connects as she lands. Well timed. B4 get the round.
Yeah, awesome stuff from yungher. 3 kills in the round, essential. But can we just talk about khizha on the Tech-9? It just felt like every single bullet she fired was lethal. Even on the swivel, she was in control room, just spins around and just deletes an M4 off the server like it's absolutely nothing. Fortunately for B4, yungher is there to remedy the situation. 11 rounds plays 6, and with that being said, yet again, I just still don't feel like it's a really representative scoreline, because MIBR have been running these rounds so close on a consistent basis.
Yeah, I can't do the maths quick enough, but I would almost... I feel like the kill distribution is probably equal between the teams, I think. It's probably not that far off it at the very least. Might even be more for MIBR. Maybe you can do that quick maths, Brandon, while we see how this round goes. I'll task you with that one. Bit of a tag on a yungher earlier. She falls down in towards the vents. A tough position with the AWP, and she's now in a lot of danger of being overwhelmed. There's no easy retreat here, but she's managed to slip through. How has she managed to get away there? And she's even looking for more, but it gets a little bit overeager, goes on down, but at least Goddess is there to help for one. Has gifted over a couple of weapons here for MIBR. Yedinia and Regiane, 2 dangerous players. The orb in the hands of Udenia as well, her weapon of choice. Sliding back on through the vents. Repositioning. Nice little off angle from Poppins here. Udenia has to be wary when she comes around the corner of that position, and she is fast on the flick. Head removed, a 2v2 secured, and a pathway potentially, but Julie makes sure they can't be escaping up through there. That bomb is in an awkward spot, and Julie delivers with another.
When you asked me, it was even. Both teams had 65 kills.
That's crazy.
And look at how chaotic it gets yet again. It's the fact that B4, they get 3 kills. You start to think, okay, that feels pretty good. And the MIBR still find a way to claw it back. Make it a 2 versus 2. Then the MP9 does prevail. AWP secured as well. Not one that Udenia can wield for MIBR. Instead, it has to be the AKs. And I tell you what, despite that, the buy still looks a little bit better for MIBR than it does for B4.
Yeah, just verging of how close these rounds have been. But in the end, the rounds have been going the B4 way, and I think a Molotov was thrown out by the CTs to disrupt the outside smokes, and Julie has been spotted on her secret raft. yungher gets a fair bit of damage done. I think that's the tag from the AWP. Like comes on through, but the first kill goes towards MIBR. Julie falls towards secret. You got to wonder if you're B4 now that A side should be a lot weaker. You know that yungher fell down towards secret, and that might be your indication that the play is towards A.
Nani doesn't want to reveal her position. Oh, but it's perfect from Regigan. Just cuts off that rotation. 3 versus 5, and you're right. It would seem that A is a little bit weaker, but Goddess is on top part. Does deal with 1. Oh, and the low HP. But China and Udenia both strike with kills now. yungher, who's been subjected to the vent, might need to come up here and try and make miracles happen. Slides up quite quietly. Now needs to try and get a kill, but Udenia has got a number instead. MIBR, it's a well-crafted round to earn their 7th.
Yeah, and also a free ult for Udenia TK. And yeah, I think that played out pretty much exactly as sort of illuminating there. They know that the AWP dropped down towards ramp. They know that they found a kill at secret, so A is going to be a little bit weaker. They force an extra rotation down in Nani, and then they hit out, and it's just really Goddess there on top. I think Poppins went down in the mix there. I'm not sure exactly where her position was, but that was also a little bit of a concern there. So we get the 3rd timeout coming through for B4. Immediately after losing their first CT round, they want to make sure that chances of that are going to be low into the follow-up, but it's not going to be the nicest buy they're working with. A hero M4 for yungher, dropped on over by Nani, who's now just wielding a deagle.
Yeah, timeout to discuss the finances, but also to try and reset mentally what's just happened to the defense, because MIBR, that was just really well played. They were completely banking off the fact that B4 would kind of search for information, which you kind of have to do with the player deficit, but set up in prime positions for it. Spam coming in to try and bait out and secure Goddess's position. ferzy up high, potentially looking for it. Udenia, will she clear this? Does look like she's going to go for it, but doesn't go all the way around the corner, and as a result, Goddess can strike with not 1, but 2. Does actually find the kill on towards Udenia, and yungher can nearly convert onto ferzy. 4 HP, that's the difference.
Yeah, a lot of damage done here, and it might just be enough. 2 players still on this site unaccounted for. Bomb does need to be recollected here. Surprised ferzy picks up the AWP, but she is low HP, so wants to hold on to it. China starts to peek on through. She's really the only one for MIBR. She has to be the player to find the gap here, to find the way through to get that bomb to safety. ferzy's going to be joining her shortly, and okay, that's 1 player spotted off. Julie falls on down though. And that sound cue now lets them know that she has indeed gone to that B bomb site. ferzy with the AWP starts to peer on in, not spotting anybody yet. China again taking the lead, spots out the first player, a clean kill, but Poppins not yet known, but China's clear is perfect. 2 beautiful headshots, allows that bomb to go down, and that might just be enough for the round.
That's awesome out of China. Poppins' leg spotted, and she does definitely secure the kill, but it's just clearing every single nook and cranny of that bomb site and just ensuring that you don't fall victim to one angle that you just haven't cleared. No stone unturned.
Well, that's going to be 2 in a row now on this T side, and this is the 4 spy from B4. Oh, if Julie finds both these kills, that could just be the temptation to go in for another round, but she is going to go down, so AWP gets recollected, and she can't bring a weapon over.
China's got more than enough money to kind of drop. I mean, she'll just throw the AWP over to Udenia, surely, and then just buy an AK for herself, but B4, yeah, you're right. If those kills come in, then maybe it's a conversation piece to whether you want to invest in again, knowing how much you did with very little. But I think with $2,000 a player, loss bonus building, you can kind of allow yourself to just go for this eco. You've got enough rounds left in the bank where, whilst it does look close, we're not in the same situation as we were on Inferno. So you can afford to maybe have a life of luxury into round number 22, maybe prioritize that AWP for yungher.
That's definitely going to be the objective here. They've got a smoke out for Goddess. She's got that in her hand, ready to deploy. And it's going to be the classic smoke to allow the CTs to get a little bit closer. And Udenia, she's a little bit suspicious of something going on here. Khizha's role is now to start to take a little bit of information gathering, but she gets tapped on down. Now they know exactly what's going on out here. A couple of players sitting behind a smoke, and okay, well, Goddess does make her USP connect to a kill. Surely cannot find anything else here. It is just this pistol. They know where she is, and she is dealt with.
It's wild how B4 make these rounds look competitive when they are literally reduced to USPs. It's scary, the ceiling of every single player on this roster and the potential to kind of throw a little bit of turbulence into a round that really shouldn't be going their way. They really should have no say in this. I like the fact that MIBR are now respecting it. They're grouping up, hunting in pairs, about to split on towards A. And CT Vent, I've got no doubt that'll be cleared.
Yeah, China is very thorough. Well, Student finds the kill in the end. So this round going to be a 9th for MIBR. A nice sequence for them to... Okay, all right. Let me finish my sentence. Julie's hitting shots with the USP. Can get herself an AK. Potential to do some more damage here. Almost takes down ferzy as well with that spray. The Poppins has secured herself an AK collected from khizha. It's going to try and take that one away, hold on to it into the next. MIBR starting to show a little bit of something here.
Will Poppins hold on, or will she be able to maybe even deny this AWP? Udenia. Oh, it's fine. Reshigan does spot out Poppins. So no AK brought forward. And you're right, 12-9. Gap is starting to close, and MIBR are now winning these rounds a lot more convincingly. And where it has fallen into 1 versus X situations in the past, MIBR, they're being quite diligent and they're making sure they don't get themselves in those uncomfortable situations again. And it really is working out.
Yeah, it feels like a team that's incredibly focused and honed in right now. And considering the stakes, no surprises there. China going very fast in towards ramp. All the outside smokes are going to be popping as well. Fast ones deployed. There's a very slight gap there that yungher is keeping an eye on. And she's definitely going to spot at least one crossing. Gap widens, but only sees one, and that might be information enough.
Yeah, I like this from Goddess. This is a really cool jump spot because you instantly reset your movement and you don't really have much hang time. Very safe jump peek. China now looking for information towards ramp. Julie has been proven to be a little bit of a menace in the past, especially towards this area of the map. And right now, as it is all hush, MIBR, I think they might actually just reposition over here. So Julie's going to have a lot of responsibility on her shoulders.
Well, she's been the one that's been stepping up for B4 in both maps. She's got 22 kills at the moment, so I don't doubt her ability. Spots out one player, but bullets do not connect. She has to fall back. No smoke or anything to keep them at bay, and MIBR are just going to accelerate, charge on through. Julie steps up for one, but the trade is fast. And there's still this issue of the player that came down secret as well. Goddess cannot afford to start swinging for fights. So this bomb is going to make its way through. Goddess, no, she goes and denies. The bomb doesn't go down, and the round suddenly goes into chaos. Time a concern. And you can see immediately Nani wants to step up and be the hero this time around, but she's not going to get here in time. The bomb gets planted. Khizha deals with her. Recovery now for MIBR. Yungher and Poppins, the only CTs remaining. Poppins, sorry, is going to catch that timing to swing after this first kill. A reposition now. It's just where she had left. A 1 versus 2, and her position is known. Youngher's going to be holding in the angle and takes her down.
Yeah, that's really nice coming out of B4. The fact that you are giving over so many audio cues, you're making sure that the player almost has to commit to a swing there. Regiam is very much removed from that fight the entire time.
I think it's a key trade there as well with Yungher finding khizha as well, who was that critical extra piece.
It's really well done. 13-9. Full buy can still come out for the T side as a result of winning consecutive rounds in a row. But time is running out, and a reminder that MIBR need to win this map, and Poppins has completely pushed lobby. She's found ferzy.
Yeah, such a big kill to find. Good to see Poppins with a bit of initiative there, and your Yungher. The timing, if she just walked a little bit wider, but now khizha has gotten past and there'll be no information on this. Yungher's got to be certain that it's completely empty. khizha could completely undo everything. She has to reveal herself, though, because of Youngher's reposition. So, in fact, this ends up being not as important as you think, but what a kill from China. Nani now jumps on over, gets one, but the trade is fast from the T's. That's their pathway into the site, but Julie is already on a very quick flank up through the ramp. She's managed to get all the way into lobby. Even gets herself an AK. So a chance still presents itself, but how things are with the money, I think they're not giving it a look in.
Yeah, I don't think you do. Especially because there's no kits. There is a splattering of utility, but at the same time, it's best placed just being carried forward into the next round. So MIBR will also find double digits. I've really been impressed with the resolve of MIBR. It's not only on this map, but also on Inferno. The resilience to keep on building back. Julie making sure that it is expensive at the very least. Bomb explosion. You can see that both khizha and Yadina will have to drop ferzy and China. Money is starting to kind of wear thin on the T side.
Well, it's a lot thinner on the CT side, and B4 used their very last timeout as well, which could be something that becomes an issue later if these rounds continue to be as close as they are. But for now, they have a moment to discuss their options into this round. They have these 2 weapons kept over, and with money as it is, they will just be setting up Goddess and Julie to do all the work. There's a lot of flashbangs in play here. They've actually been dropped on over as well. Things that were kept in from the last round. The only investment here is a single flashbang that Julie buys.
It's so important that Nani keeps all of her money, because with the 2,400 loss bonus, she can afford Yungher and Orb. So you can kind of see what B4 want. They want to make sure that they've got all the weaponry at their disposal. Julie looks to get aggressive in towards ramp, maybe try and place these rifles straight in the throat of MIBR, trying to get a little bit up close and personal, and that might not be expected.
You need to do something unexpected in these sort of rounds. You need to get your 2 rifles involved early. And Goddess is actually on the B bomb site. She's in a pretty nice position here. And with the lack of any resistance, you might not be expecting this M4 to be here towards the stairs. Looking for this headshot angle. And oh, khizha! As she goes for the re-clear, spots out Goddess and domes her. That's one of these rifles removed. The second one is not in a position to stop them if they do continue to commit here. But at the moment, MIBR haven't. Plenty of time to work with. The bomb is actually outside of lobby. Julie at ramp is actually in the position to end this.
Let's find khizha as well. Sure, yungher falls. Oh, but China actually finds both. Makes the round a non-contest for the remainder. B4 with just USPs. We can try and give it a go. I mean, best case scenario, you scavenge the weapons away. One of those is in double door, so your best bet is to try and find Julie's AK towards ramp.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame for B4, but MIBR played that correctly, sending the player up ramp to give it a look in and work out where the defense was. But unfortunately, it reveals the trap card of that AK. And this position was kind of an off-angle setup to catch MIBR off guard. So as soon as it's revealed, it's no longer going to be as threatening. And, well, these AKs are actually doing a fair bit of work here. So gonna take down a lot of these Ts, and you get to keep the rifle.
Yeah, it's keeping the economy honest for MIBR. Because B4's has also been kept in the same vein. There is that AWP being dropped over by Nani. 13-11 now. MIBR on a little bit of a streak. Feeling a lot more confident here. But can B4, with all their experience, prove why they deserve to be at Dallas?
MIBR have to win this round. If they lose it, their money's not going to be in a good place because their loss bonus is not there. So an important round for B4, and they're taking the aggression again, but Ferzy's holding. There is the immediate trade, but that works both ways. And China is not one to slow down when she is on a roll. She is already in the bomb site. Goddess is hearing this. They're coming on around, but China's holding the angle. They're able to just walk straight on in. Goddess can't do a single thing here. While China tries to get a little bit more active, Goddess does swing. They're doing a lot of work here. khizha now has to find everybody. 2 players remaining. Both be walking into her crosshair. They line on up, but the transfer isn't quite there. And yungher comes on through with the kill.
Yeah, she does get it by the skin of her teeth. MIBR, well, at least they get the bomb plant. But you're right. Here's now the big question. Do you invest in? Do you give this a go, or do you play for overtime? Ooh.
I feel like you should call a timeout here.
Yeah, agreed. It's single stage loss bonus, and well, the decision's already been made. It's a partial investment. Buying down to, well, about $3,000 a player means that you've got utility as well as those AKs, but as far as all things are considered, B4 should be hitting 15 here.
Should be. Series and Dallas point. This setup is also very strong. You got Julie for the first contact with that MP9, very close. And then you've got Goddess long range with the M4 to support. And no flashbang to deal with Julie either. The MIBR letting Regiane cook as she takes face down secret. She's managed to walk down here for free. But that doesn't really give you too much on the T side because she has to break this glass. And as soon as she does that, that's when they're going to know that something is going on here.
They'll be allowed in towards lobby. I think that's to maybe try and aid the positioning. But here comes that ramp push. And here goes Julie with the cleanup with the MP9. A couple of kills, and now Goddess can be on this off angle. khizha overlooks it, but Yedinia will strike back with a Tech 9. 2 versus 3. Jumps yungher. Does get legged in the process, though, but at least the bomb can make it down towards B.
Yeah, and they've already had the position because Regiane was here earlier. So this bomb can be planted. There's no one here to really respond. B4 are going to start to come around now. 2 players coming down from ramp, 1 from the secret side. Eugenia knows that she has to get active here, has to swing on through. She's caught the timing, finds that first kill, and now she's in the back lines. Poppins is down on low. yungher with Yorp also not ideal, and Eugenia is getting work done, doing damage. Poppins goes down. How has it fallen apart like this? What a shot with the deagle. A massive double and a 12 from the board for MIBR.
No way. No way the Pistols do that. The trades out ramp was so clean for MIBR. Judy finds 2, sure, but from there, it's a 2-on-1 in favor of MIBR because look at this kill from Eugenia and the presence of mind to go searching, take the aggression, and then Regian on the deagle finds yungher. Incredible round for MIBR.
And that's the round that keeps them in it because look, B4, they're on the yungher. They're going to be trying to overwhelm outside, and they're actually going to be very successful in that. There were just so many players, but that's a lot of information. Look at MIBR. They're already going towards ramp. As soon as that call comes through, you know that that is the way to go. So the chances of disrupting further are very minimal, but maybe there is an opportunity because another kill comes on through from yungher. khizha getting overwhelmed as well, and suddenly the Pistols are making it work again, but this time on the other side. ferzy does get a critical kill here, and the trade comes through. It's a 1-on-1, and oh my god, a missed shot from Eugenia, but she recovers at the very last second, and it's enough for the round.
There's no way. There's no way we see that. It was near 4 USPs winning the round for B4. MIBR just about hold on. It's gone completely bananas on Nuke. China's now bought a Krieg. 14-13. Full investment in. MIBR could level up the scoreline here.
There's 4 players with over 20 kills on MIBR squad. Everyone is firing on both sides of the server. Neither of these teams wanting to concede a thing here with the weight of what this series means. B4 know that if they lose this, it's likely going to be conceding map point. That goes both ways. Goddess sitting outside main. Are going to be a couple of players here. Swing comes out, the shadow spotted, and the kill collected. Goddess able to stay alive there. Does cost her a lot. No chance for the refrag. khizha starts to take some space back. Doesn't know where that AWP is, and it's the right call because it is being held on down.
Huge fight coming in at ramp right now. Julie only showing a pixel. Oh, and Eugenia crouches just at the perfect moment, but yungher on the AWP. It's a team flash that makes Eugenia fall. 5-on-3.
I don't think she was fully blinded, but she was in that recovery phase, and Julie loves this angle. Hasn't netted the kill yet. It feels like MIBR have the read on it, and they're going to fall on back. Look at this spot for Nani. This is so powerful, but first he's going to keep on through, but Nani hits the shot. khizha tries to swing and does find that trade. Poppins is still above, though. The heart and time is such an issue here, but khizha has found the way through. That's the bomb, and the activation from Poppins is perfect. The trade comes on through, but now China has the time against her. Gets that bomb, 10 seconds left, has to make her way through, knows it has to be A, and yungher has her number.
And yet again, though, it gets so close. MIBR, I really like the reset in towards lobby. Off the back of these initial kills coming out of both extremities, outside and ramp. Kind of forces the hand here for MIBR, but still they strike back. khizha with 2 important kills, and even the follow-up trade on towards Poppins. There's always potential, but maybe that's the final nail in the coffin because B4, they hit series point.
Look at what MIBR are working with to stay in contention here, to stay in the running for those LAN finals. It was the full 30 rounds on map 1. This one could be decided in 29. Or potentially, it could require all of them. The differences between these two teams so slight. And yungher's flick is good. An opener for B4. Just 4 kills now that they need to find to lock themselves in that land spot. Nani finds another, Julie with one more, and khizha falls with the bomb. China, the final remaining member for MIBR, catches one, but Poppins takes her down. B4 win out the series and lock themselves in a spot at the ESL Impact Season 3 Finals.
But full credit to MIBR. What a statement from them. Coming out of South America, it's a roster that has gone through a lot of change.